if you are a life coach and or an NLP coach, how do you niche down? Do you work with everyone who has a problem, as you do have the skills technically to solve nearly everyone's problems?
Yeah, you choose a problem you want to solve. That's it. Choose a problem you want to solve. Here's the thing. Choose a big problem you want to solve, a high-value problem, a high-ticket problem. And how do you know it's high-ticket? There's multiple elements to it. I'll give you a few. I do a training in this in the program. One, make sure the size of the problem is really big in the person's life. If it's not a big problem in their life, they're not going to pay you a lot of money to fix it. For example, if I just have back pain, and it's just irritating me, it's not like I can't walk. Let's just say I have back pain, and you're not going to pay $7,000 to fix back pain, right?
Yeah.
Now, if I can't sit or walk, then you'll pay anything, right?
Yeah.
But if it's oh, my back's sore, no, it's not a high ticket problem. Here's a high ticket problem. You haven't had a day of peace in the last 6 months in your marriage because you fight with your wife or husband every day, and you're unsettled, and you have no love or romance in your life again. That's a big ticket problem. They'll pay anything to fix that, okay? Because every day that passes by costs them more money, time, energy, effort, soul, love. Here's another high-ticket problem. In NLP, right, you have the tools to change any person's thinking to do something. So fear is a big one. Don't just say overcome fear, because that's so generic.
Yeah.
You have to choose a fear, a thing in life that fear ruins that to fix. So example, let's say I can't board planes. Ooh. Because I'm afraid of heights, I'm afraid of airplanes. Well, you have the tools and skill sets as an NLP coach to fix that. And people will pay anything, because how much does it cost them in time, energy, convenience, and effort and money to not be able to travel, not be able to go to family vacations? How does it strap their family's life? Mm-hmm. They can't leave somewhere because you have a fear of airplanes. What the hell? Yeah. If you could fix that, life is a completely different thing. It's transformed. Yeah. Let's say you have a fear of driving. I've actually met people with driving phobias. They can't drive, so they take a bus.
My mother is afraid to drive on the highway.
Yeah, exactly. So imagine
never drive on the highway ever.
How now that might not be a big problem to them. Again, that has to be a high ticket problem to them. But if you're good at sales and marketing, what you're going to do is make them realize how expensive that is.
Yes.
Because how many times do you put your family at an inconvenience because you can't drive somewhere? What if, imagine this alone, what if your family needed you and they're far away and you're too scared to get on the highway to go get them? Imagine just giving that as an example.
That's a big problem.
They'll pay anything to fix it now. Mm-hmm. So again, the second thing is that the first thing is the size of the problem. The second is the time, right? If I've been having the problem for 3 days, I'm probably not going to pay you $7,000 to fix it. If I've been having it for 3 years, I'll pay you anything, right? Because I realize it doesn't work. You know how many coaches I get in my program that book a call? They've been struggling for 5 years. The longer they've been struggling, the easier the sale, because they go, well, if I was going to figure it out, I would have by now. You know. So my sweet spot with coaches is I like to work with them. Not that I don't work with people shorter in the time span of their business, but I've noticed my sweet spot is 6 to 12 months when I meet a coach.
Experiencing the issue?
The problem,
I see.
So obviously the big problem I solve is your business isn't working. And so you can't actually break through and hit your goal. Whether that be hitting your income goal of 10K, 30K, 50K, 100K, wherever you're at, there's 4 pillars that you need to fix and perfect to get to that level. So when business is not performing for you and you can't keep coaching because you're not making money, so you're distracted, you're kind of stuck in your business and you're lost and you're alone, I fix that problem. It's a huge problem. It costs a lot of money. So I know that 6 to 12 months of experiencing that pain is enough for you to go, man, I paid a lot of money to fix this now. Yeah. Because it's cost me more money. I have my core offer for the program, SGC. Then I have a super high ticket elite offer. It's a one-on-one. And I was talking to a few people about it this past week, and I remember someone's like, man, it's a lot of money. I'm like, yeah, but we're going to fast track you to 100K. That's the goal, right? So we're going to be getting you there. It's going to be multiplying the investment, right? So it's a matter of do you have certainty in you be able to do this? Because I know I do. Right? And the question came up that's a lot of money. I'm like, but it's a lot more money to not make $100,000 in the next 90 days. Yeah. Right? It's the opportunity cost is the difference of what you could have made and what you're making. And that difference is what you're losing every month. Yeah. So if you've been making, let's say, $20,000 a month and you want to get to 100, well, you've been losing $80,000 a month every month you don't know how to make 100.
Wow.
So in 90 days...
That's a crazy way to put it.
In 90 days, you've lost $240,000. So what's more expensive, that or a small 5-figure investment, 6-figure investment, not 6-figure, but 5-figure investment to fix it? Yeah. You know what I mean? I've invested into $30,000 to $40,000 masterminds, without flinching, 15-minute call. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Because I understand that. Yeah. To get to the next level, you got to think this way. Yeah. Right? You got to understand this. I'm not going to stereotype poor people, rich people. I don't think there's such a thing. It's all perspective. But There's poor thinking and rich thinking. There is lack thinking and abundance thinking. There is, fear thinking and faith thinking. Those are real. There's types of thinking strategies, mindsets. So poor mindset is someone who's going to look at the cost, at the consequence, at the risk factor on the downside, at the what if factor of if it not goes well, right? That's what poor thinking is thinking about the downside of everything, thinking about the loss if it doesn't work, thinking about the cost they have to pay. Okay, those poor thinking people will never get into investing because they can't, because their thinking doesn't work in that world, because you have to give away your money for a short temporary period of time to get back the money. So to them, like potentially, right? But like they're thinking, I gotta lose this money for the next year in real estate or in stocks and maybe get it back. So that's why they never do it, because it's not in their mindset to do it. But that's also why they stay in a low income status. Whereas the rich thinking is about, they look at the upside on everything. And it's not about delusional optimism. It's just as much delusional optimism, like you're just being too optimistic, as it is you're being too pessimistic on the poor side. So it's as bad for someone to be completely unintelligent and not looking at the facts and how to intelligently risk something. It's as bad to not know and just throw your money at things to see if it works, as it is to always think something's never going to work. They're both bad. The middle ground, the sweet spot, is you're intelligent. You focus 80% on the upside, 20% prepared on the downside. Okay? So I know if I put $30,000 into a program or mastermind or coaching, I'm like 80% I'm focused on, what if I turn this into $1 million because I learned the 1 or 2 or 3 things I needed to fix my business up to get to the next level? What if I meet the person who gives me the idea? What if I meet a person and do a business with? These 80% of my thinking is just on the what if it works really well. 20% is, what if it doesn't? Am I prepared for that? I'll lose 30 grand. Okay, do I lose it? I'll learn something. I'll learn what not to do. I'll learn why I lost it and I didn't make more money from it. So I'll learn actually from there. I'll know what to do with that and not to do it next time. So I've benefited from that. And 20% is like, okay, if that happens, what will I do? What's my preparation? See, the problem is a poor thinking person, a poor thinking mindset is the complete reverse. Everything's about fear and doubt and what if it doesn't work. And so 80% of their focus is, well, if this doesn't work, if I spend this money, I'm going to lose everything. And that's why they never do anything. That's why they always stay a loser. That's my nice way of saying it. That's why you always stay a loser, because that's what all you focus on is, what if I lose? So what's the definition of a loser? Someone who's focused on always losing. Someone's always losing. That's it. Someone who's always losing is a loser. Loser, not personal. Don't take it personal. If you're just completely focused on losing, or what if you lose, or what will happen if you lose, or what if I lose, and you're a loser. Isn't that true? It's like a logical definition. Losers think of losing, and they lose. Whereas winners think of winning. What will I get in the upside? What if this works out? And look, quitters never win and winners never quit. Quitters never win and winners never quit. So if you're a winner, you already know you're never going to quit. And if you never quit, guess what? You're eventually going to
win.
And so it's impossible to be a loser. Because not only is your mind not focused on losing, not only is your mind not focused on losing, but it is impossible for you to lose. Michael Jordan said, I've never lost the game in my life. I just ran out of time.
I was thinking about that today. Oh my gosh.
What does that mean? If Michael's never lost the game, he just ran out of time, what is he implying? If he had more time, he would have won the game. If you don't think like that in your business, you're already losing. I've been in coaching for 5 years. I've been in entrepreneurship for 8. Never quitting. You know what my biggest question is when I'm like vetting and qualifying a super high ticket, like an elite client? And I only offer elite to like people in my SGC program, because there has to be a level of trust in foundations built from that program before I work with you one-on-one. So quickly. I don't give that. Like, I don't like doing it openly. I tried it once. So my number one question before I do like a super high ticket one-on-one program is I go, is coaching an option for you to do in life, or are you going to do it until you die? And if I get like there's is there a threshold, I'm saying, of quitting? Like if it reaches this much failure, I'm done.
Yeah.
Because if there is, you're not my client. I can't work with you. You know what I mean? Because there's still an option of quitting in your mind. It means you're already preparing to lose.
Yep.
So I don't take on clients like that. I can't. It's not in my nature. I would make you very uncomfortable because I only know how to stay to it until it works. So I'm gonna have to drag you through this, and it's not really a fun time for me. So when I say a person goes, no, I'm doing this. Coaching is not just an option or an idea for me, it's my purpose. I want to do this for the rest of my life. I go, great. So if you don't quit, I don't quit. Then there's no losing. If you invest this money and work with me, we're gonna get there.
Absolutely.
I don't care what it takes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this was from time and experience, right? So there's 2 elements only. There's other elements as well. How about this? If I get enough comments down below to drop the video of the 6 elements of a high ticket offer, I'll drop it in the group. So if you want me to drop you the video of the 6 elements of a high ticket offer, how to craft an offer that's like killer, I have a training on it, and I give it to my clients in the program. Let me know down below. Say drop the 6 elements below in the comments, and I'll drop it. If I get less than 10 comments, I won't drop it. If I get 10 comments, I'll drop it.
When do you want to give them until? Because we got some.
Till the end of the day. What are you talking about?
Okay. Because we're gonna have some people who watch the replay. You know, I want them to get.
Till the end of the day.
I want them to be able to see it. Okay, great.
So there's other ones too, but you got to make sure, if you have all the skill sets, just choose a problem. Your skill set is in your niche. Don't spit it.
Say that again.
Your skill set is in your niche.
Are you listening?
The problem you choose is your niche.
That's crazy.
Right? Your niche isn't a person.
Yes.
That's just a demographic of your niche.
Yes.
Your niche is the problem you're solving.
Yes.
Got what I'm saying? I'm in the business of solving coaches' businesses.
Yeah.
I'm in that business now. Mm-hmm. When I started, I was in the business of solving insecurity and fear in people.
Yes.
Solving a lack of confidence in themselves. I created a reborn experience program where people will come in and I would show them how to fix every area of their life, how to take charge of the things, let go of the past, because they had a problem, a huge problem that was stopping them from life. That was them moving forward, doing the things they need to do. It was more like a goal. If you want to dumb it down, it was a goal-setting program. Because I just removed their past issues, got them clear on what they want, and then committed them on what they need to do after that program to go do it. And people will go and transform their life. But I was fixing a problem. It was a lack of confidence in themselves. Huge problem. Now, I wouldn't suggest doing it that generically, because if I were to do it again knowing what I know now, I would completely niche it down to the demographic of an entrepreneur or a specific type of industry that I know costs them a lot of money to have that problem. Mm-hmm. Like salespeople. Like that, they cost them money every day if they have fear, right? Because they could be making 2 more sales, but they're not.
Yeah.
But my point is I was solving a problem. When I got into the public speaking game and I had Elite Speakers Academy for 2 years, I was solving a huge problem, right? It's either I was solving an income problem because I was showing people how to monetize their passion for teaching something on it through a seminar, or I was solving them a confidence problem again, but on stage.
Yeah.
How to show up in front of people, leadership. The problem was they were afraid of speaking in front of people. Mm-hmm. They didn't know how to control a room when they talked. So again, those are all more personal coaching. Now in the business space, I'm in the business of solving coaches' businesses, right? Helping coaches build their business. What problem are they facing? Lots of problems. Generating leads, closing leads, and delivering great coaching. Yeah. Those 3 things I solve. But it's a big problem. So I've done the work for years to know why it's a high-ticket problem. You got to do the same thing. So I hope that answers your question. If you have the tools and the skill sets of helping people, choose the big problem you want to fix, and choose the most relatable and most equipped and willing and able people to invest high-ticket with you to go and do it with. Yeah. So problem and the person you want to help with that problem. Those 2 things create your niche, right? So it's not that it's your skill is the means to the end, but the end is the person and the problem you're fixing.
Awesome.